We have been hearing a lot about narcissism in the last 5 years, and it's gotten to a point where he's a narcissist, she's a narcissist, everybody's a narcissist. So today I want to take a few seconds and just slow this all down. For me personally, I am a numbers and statistics girl. I like to see that information in front of me, and that helps me comprehend. So today, that's how I'm going to approach this topic. And the reality is only 6% of people living in the United States actually meet the clinical criteria for narcissistic personality disorder. And while, yes, that's very serious and very real, it's still not everybody that you know that has ever hurt your feelings or presented more selfish. What we are seeing a lot more of nowadays, though, is narcissistic traits. And the reality is those can show up for a whole number of reasons. For example, someone who has CPTSD, they can come across as emotionally detached, but that most likely is because they're right in the middle of survival mode. And then there's people with ADHD who tend to interrupt, seem impulsive and self-focused, but the fact of the matter is their brains are wired completely differently. And then there's people on the autism spectrum. They can come across as cold and distant, but the reality is they're struggling to connect and show empathy in what are known as the neurotypical ways. None of these are narcissism. It's neurodivergence, it's trauma, and it's honestly human complexity. Yes, narcissistic abuse is real, but so is mislabeling. And when we overuse that word, we might end up mislabeling someone who's actually struggling instead of manipulating. So the next time that someone says the wrong thing or seems like they're acting incredibly selfish and out of box type characteristics, ask yourself, is this a pattern of behavior for control and power, or could this potentially be a trauma response? So let's make an echo that calls out real abuse and real bullying instead of the misunderstood behaviors.